Oh, my beautiful Sagittarians. What a month it has been. January kicked my ass one side and kicked my ass down the other. But it has also pushed me into making significant changes in what I do, why I'm doing it, where I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, what I'm manifesting, how I'm manifesting, talking to my angels, spirits, guides, and putting myself in a headspace of finally realizing that I am worthy of what I want, and I shouldn't settle, and I shouldn't devalue myself. So I think this month of February is going to be all of that coming to realization, right? Money coming in, opportunities coming in, financial stability, love. So we have community, we have man holding heart. So what I want to say is that Archangel Gabriel is all about speaking your truth. It's all about being very open and verbal about what you want and why you want it and when you want it and how you want it. And this is also really about finding your tribe, finding your community, finding those people that light you up, that create balance and stability and growth in your life, and finding those people who help you find who you truly are, your sensuality, your passion. So, interestingly enough, I am a Sagittarian hermit. I very much enjoy being by myself. I don't like large crowds. I have panic attacks in them. I don't like, I don't go out with people. I don't go out with people. I don't enjoy listening to the trials and tribulations. I don't want to be in a group of people where everybody is bitching about everything that's going on in their life, but not doing anything to change it. You know what I'm saying? So the community card is interesting for me. I'm a Sagittarian. The community card is interesting for me because I find it very difficult to associate um, with people because I'm different. I think about a lot of things differently. I think about death differently. I think about relationships differently. I think about friendships differently. I think about life differently. And I have a different perspective from all of that. And most of the time, when we get into conversations with people who have different perspectives from us, they would like us to over explain what we mean, but they don't want to take us seriously, and they don't want to look beyond their own um, what they think they know, right? So they're pretty much wanting you to talk about everything that you know so they can shoot you down. So that's why um, I don't put myself out there to be in a community setting, right? That's just me. Man holding heart, there could be love coming in. It could also be talking about the community and your relationship, right? If you're in a relationship and you move to a different place and space, this could be you talking about needing to find more structure and stability within your community and in your relationship, seeing how everything around you now is new and different. Um, Finding something that grounds you where you are, not just in your community, but in your relationship too, right? So this could be um, Archangel Gabriel talking, guiding you to speak your truth about your relationship and where you live, about your lack of stability and balance and your need to find something that grounds you, your need to find something that you can engage with, engage in, and also in regards to your relationship as well. So let's go into the reading. Let's get a good shuffle going first. Let's get further into the reading and um, and see where we are. Here we go. Sagittarius, February 2025. Oh yeah, here we go. So look at me. Oh yeah, here we go. So remember when I told you in the beginning that I was talking to my angels and guides about my value and all of that I said, right? Well, there is a synergy of the Ace of Swords coming through in your angels and guides and spirit source God giving you back information, right? Giving you ideas or thoughts on how to move forward. But there's a little bit of insecurity coming in. There's a little bit of insecurity coming in because perhaps and maybe getting out there and speaking your truth and telling people how you feel may wind up in this to do. It may wind up causing you to stand your ground and put boundaries up because people don't like to hear the truth. People don't like it when people open up and speak their truth and say what they got to say and say what they got to say about what they got to say about, right? About the relationships, about the community, about the instability, about the imbalance, about the uncertainty, about, um, is this going to get done? Is that going to get done? How is this going to happen? How is that going to happen? How are we going to do it? There's a lot there. And so when this Seven of Wands comes through, when you have to stand up and defend yourself, it makes those insecurity, it makes that insecurity energy bubble up from underneath the surface, if you will. And so we start having second thoughts about, should I say anything? Should I say anything about the relationship? Should I say anything about the community? Should I say anything about how unstable and imbalanced I feel? Should I say anything about the lack of growth that I'm feeling, or the lack of sensuality that I'm feeling, or the lack of sexuality that I'm feeling? Should I say anything about any of this? And because we don't want to start an argument, but we also don't want to feel that we have to walk on eggshells every time we want to open a conversation about something that is important. So I guess it's kind of like the chance that you take, right? So we have the hermit, and the hermit's like, well, it's important that we go within and that we really ask ourselves what is important about all of this, right? Before we even start in on this conversation about the what's, where's, when's, why's, how's of everything, let's ask ourselves what's really important. So we're not just bringing up what's the word? Trivial shit, right? So we're not bringing up trivial shit. So what we're talking about is really something of substance and something that is meaningful. And if you're feeling insecure about it, take some time and rest yourself a little bit to where you're not feeling insecure. Then have a sit down with whoever you have to have a sit down with. But the moment it starts getting stupid is the moment you stop and you say, you know what? I'm not here to argue and debate with you. I'm here to talk to you about how I feel. And if you can't sit there and listen to me like a grown adult and we come to some sort of agreement to what you need, what I need, what we need, then I feel like I can no longer carry on this conversation. Sometimes there are just people that you can't converse with because there are people who will internalize it. There are people who will take those words and turn them around and make them into something completely different and create the energy of something that wasn't even meant to be created. So the Six of Pentacles talks about knowing your worth. It talks about you being a person of giving, 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 giving. And it's time to find that balance between that giving and receiving. The Six of Pentacles is also a card of balance and karmic scales. And the Ten of Cups is what you desire. I mean, we talked about stable, balanced relationship, loving relationship, sensual stability, sexuality. We talked about all of that. And this, the Ten of Cups, is what we wish for, what we hope for, what we truly, truly want. So there is a change with the World card. There's a significant, and the Magician. There's a significant change coming through. And the Magician is pretty much, well, you have the tools. You have everything that you need. Oh my gosh, and the Emperor. So the World card is like, there is a significant change happening. You have to be at the forefront, Sagittarius, of this change. You have all the tools that it takes to make it happen. Now let's make a plan. And so what's the plan? What do we need to focus on? The Spirit is offering us some sort of advice. What is it? Is it how to bring romance back into your relationship? How to bring stability and balance back into your partnership or relationship? How to get out into your community and be more open? Find the things that find the things that inspire you. Find what you're passionate about in your community and get out there and involve yourself in it. It's making a plan. It's making a plan. The World, the Magician, the Emperor, the Hermit. We're making plans. We're making plans I don't want to argue and I don't want to debate and I don't want to have to constantly defend myself and put myself on guard every time I feel like I have to have a conversation with somebody, no matter who that person is. So I'm going to choose not to have that conversation until my words are until my words are structured enough and in line with what I want to say about what I want, what I need, what I desire from my relationship and from my community, or how to bring that stability into my life, how to bring that balance back into my life, that sensuality back into my life, how to connect with people, right? I'm not going to have that conversation until I'm very well versed and balanced. And then when I have that conversation about what I'm looking for and what I want out of my home life and my community and spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, then I am going to move forward. Then that change, that conversation is going to be a conversation that will create a significant movement and change in your life. One way or the other, it's going to create a significant movement and change. And the magician and the emperor are about you having the tools and the balance and the stability, the connection to spirit source, the tools that it takes to create this topic, this conversation. But there has to be a plan made. There needs to be structure here, and stick to it. Be loyal to it. Because here's the thing. You're going to have this conversation about your relationship, your community, about money, about this, that, and the third. And there's going to be people involved in that who are going to not be as into the conversation as you. They're going to have questions. They're going to not be very forthcoming with they'll be forthcoming about how they feel, but they won't be very forthcoming about what they think about your plans are, because what am I trying to say? There's a pattern, right? There's a pattern. So we take the time to think about and to say what we want to say, and then the world comes, and then this and this and this, and then there is this energy of a group of people getting together to come to needing to come together for the common good, for the common ground, for the common good. Some people are not as open to coming together for the common good as you are. Some people are not open to meeting in the middle as you are. Some people are not very excited or very open to creating a sense of stability and balance as you are. This conversation that will happen will determine, you'll see right off the bat who is open to the change, the relationship, who is open to forming a foundation, the stability, the growth, and who isn't. And then when that happens, you get a good sense of, okay, what do I do now? Right? What do I do now? So that's the overall energy, right? So at some point in time in February, there's a conversation that is to be had. And at some point in time in February, there is a decision that needs to be made. So let us see if we can get any more from the Spellcasting Oracle. All right, so our first card was Justice. This is things coming into balance. That is the second balance card, the third. And there's Protection. I talked earlier about boundaries with that Seven of Wands energy, protecting your ascension, protecting your transformation, protecting your decisions, your choice, protecting your thoughts, protecting what you think, what you need, what you desire. Because there may be some people or a person in the month of February who will challenge that, will challenge your wants, your needs, your desires. They'll challenge it. They will make you think that what you're asking for is too much, or what you're asking for isn't achievable, it isn't doable. And they are not the person I don't feel like they're the person whose mind you can change. So we have following your passion regardless. And we have the parting of the veil. So you being shown. I've been having interesting dreams. Those kind of dreams where you can listen and feel and hear and touch and taste. And they've been very, very interesting. So we have hibernation and rejuvenation. So there'll be a time in February where you're going to have to take a step back and get into that hermit mode and really hibernate and rejuvenate. Um, Taking care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And when your body says, okay, I'm done, I need time, then you give it time. When your mind says, okay, I need time, you give it time. Meditating for clarity. That card reminds me of the moon card, recognizing who you truly are and find clarity in spirit and in what is shown to you by spirit. And we have affirmation for growth. So we're planting those seeds. We're putting out there what we want, need, and desire, and we're hoping that that grows into something of substance. So if music plays a part in your life, listen to music. I was doing that earlier today. The owl is tapping into that divine wisdom. We have that in the hermit card. The dolphins are about incorporating more fun into your life. You have the key to someone's heart. That is lovely because we're talking about love. There's a crown. And with the crown, I want to say, see yourself as that divine goddess. See yourself as who you truly are. February is going to be a busy month for you, Sagittarius. We have the bee. And don't be anchored down by the bullshit. Don't be anchored down by things that are not significant. We also have the star. And the star represents dreams coming true or reaching for your dreams. So, Sagittarius, this is your February 2025. I keep wanting to say 2025 monthly energy reading. Know that you're divinely guided and loved.